Hello everyone, how's everybody doing? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. Let's get into today's video session. Here we go. Okay, as you join my rocket armies as always. So welcome back onto my video session again. So today we're going to be continuing on Nintendo Switch Pro as always, and we're going to see what we make out in today's information. So Nintendo Switch has been a very top topic and discussions. This gaming system is crazy. I mean, a lot of since it's been released from March 2017, it's been a lot of exciting things happening with this system. And we also know that the Nintendo has confirmed this, that 8th October Nintendo Switch QLED model will come out, which is really good. Also Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X, right, they have fast SSDs and stunning 4K resolutions, which is really good for them. And you know, the Nintendo Switch doesn't have all that right now, and they need to really have that. I just want to confirm this a bit. I mean, do we really need, right? Do we really need all that? Because I fail to understand that a lot of these companies, right, do not understand what they are talking about. If we look from the past histories, yeah, hardware has never won, yeah, and we know Sony and Microsoft always tends to show the system in a different way. But the thing with that is that I don't like the way they think, because like what they are doing, they're just bringing out powerful hardwares, and then they just get third-party developers together. Oh man, buy our systems, man. Yeah, get all the games on there. Blah blah. No, it shouldn't be like that. Because end of day, when people were back in the 1990s, yeah, they used to buy systems for exclusive titles. They never used to buy for third-party titles. That is not true. I don't know how this thing just picked up and people start going after these third-party, titles and all that. But I don't know how they think all that stuff, yeah? But end of the day, it all depends on what people think. But I think things have changed rapidly, hasn't it? But and most of these third-party titles, right, they come from PC games, Alright, so anyway, let's carry on with this. Right. Okay, we still don't have a release date for Nintendo Switch Pro. Well, that doesn't really matter. Okay, we know the okay, hold on. Right, yeah, the Nintendo Switch QLED model is on pre-order now. It doesn't have any 4K resolution and no new hardware. So if you're looking for all that, I'm afraid you ain't gonna get all that. Right, at the E3 2021, we were expecting some news for the Nintendo Switch Pro. So what happened at that event? I'm afraid we didn't get any news on the Nintendo Switch Pro. So of course, it just came and went. That's it. Okay, this is a bit of a frustrating thing I need to say. Nintendo Switch, right? Okay. Pro, now they're saying is a mini LED display. Okay, we're gonna go into that bit later on. Okay, and this system will have 2 screens. Okay, now have we ever seen 2 screens before? Yes, Nintendo DS had what do you call it? Dual screens. Okay, where the top screen was for gameplay and the bottom screen was for the maps and all those stuff as well, what it was doing. In that sense, it was very top, yeah? But I don't know how this is going to shape to be. Will the Nintendo Switch Pro be similar way to what the Nintendo DS was doing? Right now, I can't confirm that. It's hard to say, but sooner or later, we will find out what is really going on. Okay? Okay, yeah. Right. Okay, this is that the Nintendo Switch Pro, right, will not have a new processor. Okay? There'll be no new processor. The chipset it will give high performance. Okay. A chipset. Does anyone know what a chipset is? A chipset beats in a PC as well. A chipset, right? When we have the Intel motherboards, we have an Intel motherboard, then built on there will be a chipset, and within the chipset there will be an integrated GPU which is called the Intel HD. This is the same thing on this as well. Okay, it will be using high clock speeds. So with all this information I'm giving you, this Nintendo Switch Pro will have better performance than the previous systems we own. Yes, yes, yes. And in terms of design, it will have a new look. Okay, that sounds pretty interesting. As I always mention that in my previous videos and discussions, that when it's docked, okay, hold on. Oh, whoa, hold on. I think I've gone too far. Now again, it's coming out with QLED display. Do you remember I just mentioned mini LED? Right, mini LED, QLED. Why is there two displays on one? Why do they keep on mentioning mini LED then QLED? I'm getting really frustrated by this. Let's clear this. On Nintendo DS, there was same kind of, I think the LCD screens on both, one was big, one was small. It was like that. Now on Nintendo Switch Pro, of course it's dual screen. You know the system probably is going to be dual screen. The top screen on Nintendo Switch Pro will be the mini LED, and the bottom screen will be QLED. Alright? You probably can ask me, how do I know that the top screen is a mini LED? If you read the very first information when this information came right at the start, right, they were mentioning, right, something about mini LED. They were saying that the top screen will be mini LED. That's where I got that information from. Okay, and the QLED is keep on coming afterwards, isn't it? Because in that image and that information, what I was reading about, he only mentioned the top screen, which they said it's a mini LED, and it also confirmed that this system will be 720p HD in handheld mode. So the mini LED, the QLED, and the 720p HD is in a handheld mode. That's how I know. Yeah, that's how you can find out so easily. Now they keep on mentioning, like, in the latest sources, they keep on about QLED. Well, they both can be QLED, can it? I'm sure of it. The top screen will be a mini LED and the bottom will be a QLED. Now this sounds really interesting. Why would they use two different screens? It's going to probably be a different approach to the Nintendo DS. I don't know what this approach will be. Only time will tell, and I can't confirm anything right now. Yeah, as I was just mentioning just a few minutes ago, the dock, it'll be 4K resolution. Okay, so we'll go on that. And also the system will have a similar thing like Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X, which this Nintendo Switch Pro will have a fast SSD for loading times. That's all it's going to be doing. Okay, now the final part. Nintendo Switch Pro release date. When does it come out? Well, if we look at what's going on, 8th October, Nintendo Switch QLED models coming out. Yeah, that will come out with features and they will sell it to the customers. And I think for videos that will keep on going. If it sells well, it's fine. Then eventually the next system will be Nintendo Switch Pro. We should be expecting a release date for this system in 2023. Okay, and I do have to say one thing. If the 2023 is right, then they should release it at that time. They definitely should release it, because I think it's the best way to be. They can't keep it longer than that, can they? But having the 8th October Nintendo Switch QLED model, they could keep that system and sell it. You know what I'm looking forward to? If it releases 8th October, then how well will the system sell between October, November, then December? Oh, this is a very important month, isn't it? How well will it sell in that time? Will it just blow away Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X? That's what needs to be seen. Can these features make any difference to the customers or consumers who would buy this thing? One thing I have to say, I think for Nintendo, 4K resolution, no processor, no new processor, no new hardware, is not important. They can do without it. It's a very clever company. They use special features again, haven't they? And if these special features work and people like them, it will sell. It will sell pretty good, because at that time they will release some top Nintendo exclusive games to go with it. They're gonna do stuff like that. Nintendo Switch QLED model with features and Nintendo exclusive titles. I think the idea will work. It will work big time. Believe me on that. Because alone, Nintendo exclusive games are massive. And no person can go without Nintendo exclusive games. And on top of that, there'll be a lot of third-party games. There'll be third-party games on top of it as well. Don't worry, just not just Nintendo games. So I think there's quite a lot of interesting things that Nintendo's thinking about. I think Nintendo's thinking about this system, right? It's giving it a new color. It looks a bit different in design, I would say. Doesn't look completely different, just a little bit. Bit shiny and a bit curvy, that's all really. With amazing features, and then if it releases top Nintendo exclusive titles, I think it can give run for its money for the Sony PS5 and Microsoft Xbox Series X. We'll have to just wait and see. If this strategy works, wow, then I'm going to be totally amazed. Good luck to Nintendo for releasing their system on 8th October, Nintendo Switch QLED model. I'll give you best of luck for succeeding in this business with Nintendo Switch QLED model. I find the system quite interesting, really. Yeah, I find it quite interesting. I think it's better than the original Nintendo Switch, I would say. Nintendo cannot fail with this system like that. I don't think it will. I reckon it will sell even better than the original Nintendo Switch, because just for its added features. These features are so interesting, right? It just makes your gaming experience exciting. And having some more exclusive Nintendo games, it makes it more better. So there you go. So there you have it. I hope you guys liked my information today. Give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye from now.